Mahatma Gandhi, whose real name was Mohandas, was born on October 2nd, 1869. He was born in Porbandar, a coastal town on the British Indian Empire. Born from his father's fourth wife, Gandhi was the last of his father's children. Gandhi was known as a timid, soft-spoken person who was an average student in school. At only 13 years old, Gandhi married his wife Kasturba, who was also 13. Gandhi and Kasturba would have 4 children together, and they would stay together until Kasturba's death in 1944. At the age of 18, Gandhi left his wife and kids to go to London. Gandhi had planned to become a lawyer. Gandhi successfully passed his bar exam and sailed back to India 2 days afterwards. When Gandhi arrived back in India, he went straight to being a lawyer. Gandhi soon found out that he had little knowledge of Indian law and lacked confidence in trial. Fortunately for Gandhi, he was given a year-long case to take in South Africa. While in Africa, Gandhi changed himself. He went from the shy man who lacked confidence in trial to the outspoken, poised man that he is known as today. All of this began when Gandhi boarded a train and refused to move to the third class when he had a first-class ticket. Gandhi thought that his incident was a rare occasion, but after talking with other Indians in South Africa, he soon discovered it wasn't at all. He then decided he was going to fight against the injustices of Indians in South Africa. For the next 20 years, Gandhi worked to get Indians their rights in South Africa. In his first few years, Gandhi educated himself about the laws in South Africa, wrote letters to officials of the government, and organized petitions. Gandhi made a name for himself very fast and got press coverage in England and India. In only a few years, Gandhi had already become a leader of the Indian community in South Africa. After his first 3 years in South Africa, Gandhi went back to his home in India to bring his wife and children back to South Africa with him. When he arrived in South Africa with his family, there was a mob of angry white people waiting for him. The mob believed Gandhi was returning to South Africa with 2 shiploads of Indians. They believed the Indians were planning on overrunning South Africa. Gandhi's family was taken to safety, but Gandhi was beaten by the mob until the police escorted him to safety. Gandhi refused to press charges on anybody, and this was the last act of violence against him. This event only gave Gandhi strength in his path to rights for Indians. On January 30th, 1948, Gandhi was walking to a prayer meeting when a young radical Hindu named Nathwan Godse stopped in front of him and bowed, and Gandhi bowed back. The man then shot Gandhi 3 times. Gandhi was dead almost instantly.
During the time that Gandhi was fighting for India's independence, he was trying to apply his philosophies in the capitals and his capitals to the people living there. His ideas included working with the other groups in India despite religious differences. Gandhi wanted the power to be spread out between many people, so one person or small group didn't control everything in politics or the economy. He also believed that only items that were needed should be made so people didn't become greedy and there was no real difference in possessions of the citizens. He also wanted equality for everyone regardless of race, religion, gender, interest, or social class. Another main idea in his philosophies was to respect and preserve nature. Another was to work for yourself so you didn't depend on others to do things for you. The final point of Gandhi's philosophy is to trusteeship, which is nonviolent and non-exploitative property relationships.
While in Africa, Gandhi established the Natal Indian Congress on May 22, 1894. Starting off, the NIC was composed of mainly wealthy Indians, but this wasn't its purpose, so Gandhi worked to expand it to the lower class. Sailing back to India, Gandhi finds bubonic plague spreading. He, unlike all other doctors, inspected the untouchables, or the very poor. He came to find it was the wealthy with the worst sanitation problems. Traveling back to South Africa this time, Gandhi is attacked by a white mob. His family gets away unscathed, but he is beaten. He then refused to press charges on the people. At the start of the Boer War, 1899 through 1901, Gandhi organized the Indian Ambulance Corps. In 1901, Gandhi travels to London to protest the Transvaal registration law. It was repelled by the Dutch. From 1915 forward, Gandhi campaigns for the rights of the untouchables. After witnessing all the racism, prejudice, and injustice against Indians in South Africa, Gandhi began to question his place in society and his people's standing on the British Empire. In 1919, the British had given Gandhi something to fight, the Rao Act. This act gave the British near free rein to detain and jail revolutionaries. Gandhi was jailed for sedition, and he got released 2 years later when Hindu and Muslim peoples were fighting. To stop this, he started a 21-day fast known as the Great Fast of 1924. This created temporary peace. On March 12, 1930, Gandhi and 78 others started a march that would last 200 miles and 24 days. Every day, the amount of people marching became greater and greater. When the protesters reached the sea, Gandhi, from the crowd, walked onto the beach and picked a piece of salt. This march, now known as the Salt March, was one of the most crucial pieces leading to Indian independence. After the Salt March, Gandhi planned to march on Darasana Salt Works, a government-owned factory. Unfortunately, Gandhi was arrested before it was carried out. 2,500 people showed up, and 2,500 people were beat down by the police without raising a hand. Gandhi then organized the Quit India campaign in hopes to get out of World War II. On January 13th, 1948, after Pakistani and Indian independence, Gandhi began a fast that he wouldn't stop until Muslim and Hindu found peace. The governments and people alike worked quickly to put an end to the fighting so Mahatma wouldn't die. On January 18th, 5 days after the start of the fast, 100 representatives approached Gandhi with a promise of peace.